What's going on, everybody? Welcome to call this session off the water session with Rob and Rack.
It's cold. We're doing a new thing for MTV here. They want to have more of an off the water. Wow, the thing camera just moved there. That's kind of strange.
So this is for their channel, just so you know.
This is kind of different. I like it though. We don't ever do this kind of stuff. We don't ever talk about baits, mainly because
Rob's very handsy today.
I am a handsy son of a gun. You guys want to know what kind of rods we're using or anything like that? What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about?
All right, let's talk.
I don't do this very often. I kind of like it though.
Let's talk about the situation we had today, which kind of occurs. We've had monstrous cold fronts coming in, just one after another, just powering through, just making Texas cold. And then what we did have happen was today we kind of had a little warm up. It was windy, but we had a couple of days of sun. So we've had these experiences in the past, and we kind of wanted to go over some good things to do when you get that sunny day in the wintertime. Okay.
There we go. So the rod I was actually using, it was 7'2" medium heavy, and I was actually throwing a 3/4 ounce shaky head that came in my MTV box. When the water gets cold, you got to slow down quite a bit. Yeah, here in Texas, it's pretty, I just realized, like none of these bass are actually native. They're all from Florida. Florida strain bass.
A lot of Florida strain bass. They get freaked out.
They hate the cold, kind of like me. That's why I'm wearing an MTV hoodie right now, bundled up and still cold.
Like probably one of the most primary, greatest baits of all time for cold front conditions, even on the worst of days, is a jerk bait. And actually, me and Rob have caught a lot of fish this month on this bait, and this is one of the February baits in the box. And this is the Berkeley Cutter. So the Cutter, I guess they called it that because it cuts through the water, like ch-ch-ch-ch-ch. But what happens on those really cold days, fish, as we learned today, the few bites that we had, super soft. They feel like socks. They can barely open their mouths. We're gonna pause for this airplane. Hey! We're pausing for airplanes.
We're under a flight path, unfortunately.
So the jerk bait and this cutter, we've used this a bunch this month. Caught a lot of fish on it. It's great because you can jerk it and then pause it.
Like a jerk bait.
Yeah, it's why it's the jerk bait.
You want to use light line. You want to use like 10, 12 pound test. 10
to 12 pound. If you're fishing really clear, you can go down to 8, but it pauses enough where that slow fish, he's frozen. He has enough time to swim over there and grab it. And that's what makes it a really cool bait. Another bait, too, that I really like to utilize, more of a reaction bait, it's just a lipless crank. If you don't have a lipless crank tied on, this time of year, you're not doing things right. You need to tie one on, especially if there's grass, because these things right here, reaction, pump, reaction, that's how I get a lot of bites. I know we've caught a lot of fish together using these, but sometimes you snag them on the outside of the face because they're just trying to get over there and grab this thing. Sometimes it's going so fast they just react to it, grab it, you catch them. That's really the two hard bait approaches I go to when it's really cold. So that's really on these cold days, that's the two of the baits, the hard baits that I really like to throw. And Rob caught some fish on a jig today.
Yeah, I did. I was very fortunate enough to catch one today on a jig, which if you guys want to see that, here it is. It looks real good. I had a really good clean hook set. Oh yeah, it was real, just tight.
Didn't feel like a good bite though, did it?
No, it didn't. It felt like mush. Pretty much, I was just like, man, am I hooked? What's going on here? Hook sets are free, they always say, because I fish a lot of pro tournaments. So I know that they're always free, No, seriously, though. I was throwing this big old football head. Well, I don't want to call it a football head jig, but it's like a weird.
It's an evolution jig.
It's different. It's supposed to stand up. It didn't there, but it's supposed to stand up when you're pulling on the front of it. It didn't there either, but it stands up when you pull it straight forward. It does it. You just go real slow. Just like almost like you're trying to read the newspaper, have a good time on the pod. Just like chill, like this.
That's how we caught fish today.
Just chill.
It's two different strategies. So you got the reaction baits. The jerk bait's kind of slow. I mean, they can come over there and get it. But like throwing the jig, that's a different ball game. I like doing that too. But you just kind of have to experiment around. We were fishing 10 to 12 feet
yeah, this is heavily,
today.
yeah.
areas that were like close to deep water.
I like deep water a lot in the wintertime.
You gotta have it. Because fish, I mean, if all of a sudden there's a cold front like we've been having, it's going in and out, in and out, in and out, they're not gonna go all the way in the back of a creek and hit that warmer water at the time, maybe for like 2 days. It's too much work for them. So it's a lot easier if they stay close to deep water where they can come up in the shallows when it's warm, get a little sunbathe.
You can go
back deep on the cold front.
Areas to look for. Okay, so if they're on main lake points in the wintertime, as you guys probably, a lot of you guys know, it's big, elongated points, long ones, big ones with chunk rock and whatnot. They're gonna move up. So they're gonna move up. They're gonna either go to that little flat area you see, or just kind of hover around a big log. You'll see them suspended a lot. Like say a log's out of the water. Like sometimes I've been with Rackley, and you'll see like a bass like just chilling like right here, soaking up all that nice generous heat that log is.
Yeah, pole timber.
Yeah,
actually, sometimes in the pole timber, they'll go up like a thermometer. It's like up and down, depending on the temperatures. But on like a cloudy day, we actually had a lot of sun today. It's kind of
a lot of wind, a lot of sun. We have a lot of airplanes as well. There's one coming in right now. So if we're in a different situation here in a second, it's because of those.
Big. So you've had a couple of days of sun. Let's talk about this scenario because this is what we had today. You've had cold fronts and everything is dreary, then you get a couple days of sun. Well, fish are gonna try to find that little flat area. Maybe it's a little ledge, or maybe there's some cover around that holds heat.
Like grass? Grass is grass?
Grass.
Grass. Love me some
excellent.
Grass.
There's all different kinds of grass. You know, here in Texas, we've got multiple different kinds of lakes. We're on a lake right now that's got a lot of rocks. Rocks hold heat. So, dams, riprap, stuff like that can hold heat. Even the tires
hold heat. Black
yeah, anything that's going to hold heat. So depending on what kind of lake, those shallow areas that are close to deep water that have either grass or rocks, something to retain heat after that sun has been shining all day, sometimes you can get them almost really shallow sometimes, like with a jig or with a jerkbait, if it's warm enough.
So the last thing I want to tell you guys, I was using a jig for the most part of the day because I was looking for a big bite. If you're looking for a big bite, jig's the way to go. Kind of pretty much all the time of the year, but especially right now. But if you want a lot of bites and probably a better chance of catching fish, I would say shaky head. Oh yeah. So the thing is just on a light little spinning setup, just you'll get wrecked. Or a drop shot if you're really, well, I would say up north, but you guys are probably drilling holes in ice and doing that kind of stuff. But on a clear water lake with no grass.
That's my opinion too. Go jig if you're going big. But hey, if it's just a cold day, you're like, hey man, I just want to get out there and catch a fish. They're not eating the reaction baits. Get down there and dabble, and you can never. This is the biggest tip for February that we can give you. If you think you're fishing slow and you're not getting bites,
slow down.
Slow down even further, because the fish, I'm telling you, imagine being 45 degrees, your blood temperature, trying to open your jaw. See how that works out. Not gonna be good.
But hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully, I don't know, I mean, this is completely different for what we normally do, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this on the MTV channel.
Hopefully February
treats you
well and you catch some mondos. Get out there and give it a shot. If you got cabin fever, go try the techniques we just talked about, and we hope you catch them too. And don't forget, if you want more tips, more explanations, you can subscribe right here to the MTV channel and get you some more knowledge. And get you a box if you want to.
Do it to it, lemon squeezies. We'll see you guys later, and I'm not going to throw this jig at your screen, and we end this before the next airplane comes in.
Whoop! We're out of here!